Yes, Suhan, we can go ahead now.
Fellow Toastmasters and my dear friends around the world, good evening.
Good evening, all.
I welcome you all for our Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club meeting number. This is a meeting number 418. I was just shocked to see the figure. I'm Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Manaf, your acting Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I hereby give out the rules for the meeting, and also I would like to read out the club mission statement. So let me go with the rules. Wherever you are sitting, please make sure that your atmosphere is silent and there is no sounds coming here and there, and make sure there is no disturbance happening. In case if you have a spouse or anyone calling and disturbing you, tell them to wait for 2 hours and then tell them that you need 2 hours here for this meeting. Yeah, they will wait. Yeah, I do that with my wife too. And secondly, if you want to attend the nature's call, you can mute yourself and also you can switch off your video, and you can go for and have your nature's call and also have a free time for yourself, so that without disturbing any of us. All right, so let me read out the club mission statement. You can read along with me as well. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With that, I would like to give this meeting to our president, Toastmaster Sairam Santosh. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and General Evaluator. How are you all? Welcome to 418th meeting of Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge the presence of guests over here. We have a guest Virendra Singh. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please, loud and clear. How are you? Good evening. And how did you know about our Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club? Would you like to hear a few words from you?
Well, I am one of the attendees long back. It's 2 years through one of my friends' reference. I attended one of the meeting, which was in Rumetia.
Oh.
And speaker was Ramona.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yes, please. Thank you, guest Virendra Singh. Thank you so much for attending our meeting. We hope you will enjoy this meeting. Thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do we have any other guests with us? No. So we'll start the meeting now. Okay. Toastmasters is a platform where you can improve your communication and build leadership skills. And Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club will give you that opportunity to explore yourself personally and professionally. Now, with that, please help me welcome the host of today's meeting. But before that, let me request our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Shiraz. Do we have any changes in today's agenda?
There is no change, but our accountant said he'll be joining a little bit late. I'm sure that he will join before starting the prepared speeches.
Clear, noted. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz, for informing this information. Thank you so much. So without any further delay, please help me welcome the Toastmaster of today's meeting. He is energetic star of our club, ever ready Toastmaster. And he is none other than, again, Vice President Education of our Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Shiraz. Toastmaster Shiraz, wish you all the best. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much, our President, Toastmaster Sairam, that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Why are you all silent? We want to hear some sound, some noise, some reactions. So today we are here to hear the best speakers, best evaluators, best role players, and best performance in our meeting. So I welcome all of you all to see the best club, according to me, in the world, Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. I believe that this is the best club in the world. So our theme is the magic of believing. I don't want to talk alone. It's so boring, right? This is our 40th meeting. This is our 40th meeting online. It's really boring talking alone. So you can unmute yourself during the meeting other than the prepared speeches, as Hajanatam said. So you all can interact with us. It will be very nice. Give your opinions. So believing in the magic of believing is to believe. I would like to ask a few of our members, what is believing? What is believing means?
Hi, how are you, Shiraz?
Hi, Toastmaster Arij.
Well, believing means to have faith on everything that's going to happen to you in the future.
Yes, that's correct.
To have faith of Allah.
Yeah, so faith, yes. So we have to believe. Believe, another word is faith. Yes, Toastmaster Asil?
Yes, just like Arij has faith and hope, there's also hope. There's so many qualities in believing, in faith and hope, and many more.
Great. Thank you very much, Asil. So, any other volunteers would like to tell what is believe means? In short, believe is an emotion. Like we have sadness, happiness, and believe is also an emotion. The emotion which comes with our environment, which comes with our strength and our experience. People who have more experience will get more belief in them. So we'll get to know more about beliefs during the session, 2-hour session, and I would like to invite all of you all to give your experience how belief can make you a successful person. So our meeting would be divided into 3 categories. That is, the first category is the prepared speeches. The second category is table topic session. You will enjoy the table topic session. And the third session is the evaluation sessions. First of all, I would like to introduce my support team who will be helping out throughout the meeting to make this meeting a success. First, I would like to introduce an important person. That's the timer, who manages our time. And because time is very important, time is precious, time is more valuable than money. So our time manager is a Toastmaster for 3 years. 3 years before he joined Toastmasters. He loves to travel and photography, and he likes to play guitar. He works in a reputed company. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Sir. He works in a reputed company, Bubian, as IT sales, and he is more popular in IT skills. Please help me welcome Toastmaster
I cannot
Vishal
hear.
Edward Khan. Toastmaster Vishal, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shiraz. Well, hello everyone. How are you doing? My role as a timer is to keep a track of time and keep displaying those time cards. Now, for the prepared speech, the timing is 5, 6, and 7. So the cards will be displayed respectively as at the end of 5th minute, 6th minute, and then at the end of 7th minute, it's a red card and it will remain standing, displayed, and you will have 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. Now, for the speech of Asil, her timing is 8, 9, and 10. So the cards will be displayed at 8, green, 9, and 10, and will remain displayed for another 30 seconds for her to wrap up the speech. For the evaluators, the timings are 2 to 3 minutes. So that will be 2, 2.5, and 3 minutes. So that's all from my side. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vishal. He is an expert in IT. I am sure that he believes that IT will make him a success. So that's why he has chosen the sector. He works in IT and he is an expert in IT. Next, I'd like to introduce an important role. People don't like to listen to when there is too much, or you know, if a person tells too much on this, then obviously the speech or it's so irritating for us to listen, right? This person will help us to monitor, to identify our us, ums. I'd like to know that people doesn't know that he is a doctor, PhD doctor, and he is working in working as healthcare management consultant. He has joined Toastmasters for just 2 years before he joined Toastmasters, and he worked in many countries and landed last in Kuwait. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sham Sundar. Toastmaster Sham, are you there? Okay, at the moment Toastmaster Sham is not in our meeting. So we'll continue with the next role player.
Hello.
Yes. Sham?
In between, I could not. No, this is Virendra.
Yes, Virendra?
No, in between, I could not hear you because of the network issue. So you are not audible. So I missed some part of your speech.
Okay. We'll continue it. I'm sure that you will get in touch during our session.
Okay.
We'll continue with it. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And we'll go for the next role player, that is our grammarian, who will help us to improve our grammar and good English skills. He is a frontline worker in this pandemic situation, working as a nurse by profession, and he is in Kuwait for the last 13 years. Wow. And he has worked in many other places. Finally, he has chosen the profession as a nurse. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Jinu James. Chino, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz, and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening, all. Today, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers. Listening carefully to their language usage, I will take note of any misuses of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As a grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Can I introduce the word of the day today?
Yes, please.
For today's meeting, the word is stupendous, which means extremely impressive. It means astonish or something heavy or great performance. For example, we can use these words as he was a man of stupendous stamina, or the performance was quite stupendous. I would like to encourage each and everyone to use this word in your speaking. And finally, in the last of meeting, I will give a word of the day report and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster. Back to you.
Thank you very much. So the word of the day is stupendous, right?
Stupendous.
Stupendous.
Yes, stupendous. So I encourage all the speakers, evaluators, please try to use the word of stupendous as much as possible in your speeches. And next, I would like to introduce a special person who is like a policeman who observes the whole meeting, and he will give a report at the end of the meeting. He is an expert. I have shown his photo already. He has been a member for just more than 1 year. Currently, he is the Sergeant at Arms at Mangaf Communicators Toastmasters Club. For the people who doesn't know, Mangaf Communicators is one of our Area 30 club. So close to us, right? By profession, he is an instrumentation engineer. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. You've been doing the role stupendously. Very good. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, the purpose today, I'm the general evaluator for the meeting, and the purpose of my role is, as our Toastmaster of the day, I'll be the policeman watching each and every one of you. So I'll be watching throughout the meeting based on the speeches, evaluations, everything, and I'll give my report at the end of the meeting. And with the help of my fellow role players, I'll give my report in the end. That's it for now. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy, for the explanation of general evaluation, your evaluator. Now, I'd like to ask any of our guests to give some experience about their beliefs, and by believing, how did they succeed in life. Any of the volunteers? I see a special person, a DTM Nasima.
Thank you, Mohamed Shiraz. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's been long that I have attended the meeting, so I was expecting a reply from everyone, so just ignore me. Believing for me, I believe someone said faith. Yes, I truly believe that believing in something means having faith in that. For example, if you think there is a task in your hand and it's quite challenging, but if you believe in it, if you have faith that with proper guidance, dedication, and the most important, hard work, you will achieve, then you believe your belief is right. So yes, for me, the belief is the amalgamation of many qualities to make it happen, to see it in front of you, your belief. So that's the belief for me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nasima, for giving your experience and what you feel about the belief. Now we'll go for an important segment, that is the prepared speeches. So the prepared speeches will start with the first speaker. He is the Captain Cool of Desert Pioneers. He manages well. Without a head, the body is like no use for the body. So the head is important. So this person is the head of our club, our president, Toastmaster Sairam. Toastmaster Sairam, are you there? Yes. To evaluate Toastmaster Sairam's speech, oh God, that's also a head of our area. He manages, and he's a creative designer, and he designer, and he manages our area and brings us to the top level. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Amrit Pookadan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Thanks a lot for introducing me as a designer, though that's the first time someone doing that. So our president is embarking upon his level 2 project 1 today. And the purpose statement for him is to identify his primary leadership style. It is also his purpose to share some aspect of his primary leadership style and discuss leadership styles in general. Looking forward to listen to our president share his leadership experience. All the best, Toastmaster Sairam.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amrit. I will repeat the timings again. The timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Sairam, can I make it possible? Can I make it possible? Toastmaster Sairam, over to you.
Can I make it possible to finish this PMP course by end of this year? Well, yes. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests and general evaluator. How are you all? By the way,
very well.
What is the purpose of finishing that course? Simple. To develop my leadership skills and thus my career. Right? Okay, but by the way, what is the meaning of leadership skills? Leadership is to motivate someone, group of people, and to get the work done as a common platform. Right? But by the way, what is the tool or what is the instrument we have to measure our leadership skills and what kind of leadership skills we have within us? Now it's a bit of complicated. For that, let me share a small part of journey of my life from imagination to realization. In the month of February this year, we, ExCom of our club, conducted a speechcraft program. And we have released the registration forms and the posters in social media. Surprisingly, we received the registration from more than 40 members, precisely 48 members. It was astonishing. And we all set. Then what's next? Execution part. What is execution part? This speechcraft program will be having 6 educational sessions so that we can arrange 6 presentations by educational presenters. We have to arrange the role plays for each and every meeting, which is almost similar to our regular meetings. And just we have to communicate with the non-Toastmaster members. Technically, we call them as speechcrafters. So simple. It's so simple, damn simple. 6 days to go. We have arranged, we have communicated with the speechcrafters, and we listed out 20 members as the final confirmation list. Okay, fine. What's next? We have listed out the 6 presenters for our 6 sessions. You know what? Just 2 days before, 2 of them said, we can't make it. I'm completely blacked out. Then my fellow coordinator and the wonder woman of our club, VP membership, Toastmaster Hanan, said, Sairam, don't worry. Let me handle this subject. Just be relaxed. And you know what happened? We have conducted all 6 sessions without any failure. And what did I learn from it? Simple. Structural leadership skill. What do you mean by structural leadership skill? You have to know the valuable contributor to your team and just manage them. Here, Toastmaster Hanan did it very well. She's picked up a right person for the right job and she managed them. Kudos to you, Toastmaster Hanan, and thank you. Next, arranging the role players and mentors. Since I have learned that the structural leadership skills from the previous part, I have arranged the mentors to all the speechcrafters. Well done. But when it comes to role players, I found hardly very few role players. To whomever I concerned, when I communicated, they said, sorry, Sairam, we have already engaged with other activities. Sorry. You can ask me, Sairam, is that structural leadership skills failed in it now? My answer is no. I couldn't able to apply that leadership skills in a proper way. I would have to approach someone who can help me in it, who can assist me. I was thinking, what is to be done for next place? And you know, ever ready and stupendous member of our club, VP at Toastmaster Shiraz, came into the picture and said, Sairam, relax. Just take these contacts and contact them whenever you need to fill out any kind of role in future. That's it. Done. And what did I learn from it? Servant. This is another leadership style. It's something kind of give and take policy. You manage the people you would like to be managed. You must ensure that each and every member of your team should have all the tools and instruments what they need before begin the job. I have learned that. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. Then all started well and everything is going to be okay. And we have successfully completed the first session. We had a huge number of attendees. But day by day, the attendees number is getting decreased. Then I started worrying about it. What happened? Then under the guidance of my mentor, DTM Alan Paul and Toastmaster Shiraz again, I have succeeded in it to get the members back. What did I learn? Participative leadership style. I have approached each and every Speechcraft members and I have communicated with them. I requested them, I tried to ask them the feedback and is there anything to improve from our side? Something like that. And I started saying, thank you for each and every act they do. This is the leadership skills which I have learned from this Speechcraft program. So this has completely changed me from imagination, everything is simple, to realization that I have to do something, learn something. Now the question is, what kind of leadership styles I want to learn? I need to enhance my skills. This is transformational leadership skills, cumulative of all those 3 skills. Can I make it possible to become a transformational leader? Well, time will. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sairam. What a stupendous energy you were showing. Great work. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Sairam. And we'll give 1 minute break for your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Sairam. Take your keyboards, type it. Scold Sairam whatever mistakes he has done. Just point it out. He'll be happy. Whatever good things he has done it, just point it down. He'll be happy and he'll improve by this. Toastmaster Sairam, are you there?
Yes, please.
Would you like to give a few of your experiences about beliefs, by believing what has happened in your life? Maybe 40 seconds.
Yes. First of all, believe in yourself. And if you are going to go far, believe in yourself. If you want to go in a broader way, believe in others.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sairam. So hope you all are typing and sending the messages to Sairam. Okay. So we'll go for our next speaker. Our next speaker, she believes in the saying that you can do anything you set to your mind to. You can do anything you set your mind to. Wow. If you set your mind, then you can do it. This is the belief, right? This person, the next speaker, is a valuable member, executive ExCom member in Desert Pioneers Toastmasters Club. Please help me welcome Toastmaster June Soros. To evaluate Toastmaster June's speech, the evaluator, she is an architect who has been in Toastmasters for just 2 years. But you won't believe when you listen to her that she is only 2 years. Like I feel that she is lifelong in Toastmasters. She loves to do anything that involves crazy in it. So please help me welcome this person who likes to be with us with a crazy team, Toastmaster Alina Paul. Toastmaster Alina, can you please explain the role of speech purpose of Toastmaster June?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. Thank you very much. That was a very nice introduction. My Toastmaster June is attempting her first project from level 3 of her pathways path. The purpose of this project is for Toastmaster of the day. And all the very best to Toastmaster June.
Toastmaster Alina, we could not hear because of technical
Shiraz,
glitches.
you can hand over the screen. Oh, am I audible now? Wait, I'll just. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible now.
Okay, I'll just
Loud
turn
and
off
clear.
my video. I think my net is too slow. All right, so Toastmaster June is attempting her first project from her level 3 of her Pathways program. The purpose of this project is for June to practice developing and presenting a proposal. Her speech timing is for 5 to 7 minutes. And her speech title is, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
You couldn't hear anything?
It's fine. I hope that you understood the speech purpose, so you will be going to evaluate. So it's fine. Toastmaster June, where leaders are made. Where leaders are made. Toastmaster June, over to you.
I would like you all to think of your Toastmasters journey so far. Think of the first time you attended a Toastmasters meeting as a guest and then as a Toastmaster. Think of the first time you delivered your icebreaker speech in front of all the audience. The excitement you felt when you completed your first level in your pathways. We've all come a long way since then. Some of us have come a long way since then. Some of us have just begun our Toastmasters journey. But we all joined Toastmasters for similar purposes. To become a better public speaker, to become a better leader, to become a better version of ourselves. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm sure that being a Toastmaster has been beneficial to most of us in our journey towards improving ourselves, be it in our workplaces or in our public life or in our personal lives. And I believe that Toastmasters has provided us so many opportunities to do that, to learn our skills, to improve our skills, maybe to even pick up a few more skills along the way, skills that we didn't even know we were capable of. True, being a great leader, being a great public speaker is a desirable quality. But being Can I go next, please?
Yes, you want to do the speech, the next speech? Toastmaster June? Yes, okay, it's fine, no problem. So we'll go for our next speaker, who yes, technical glitches can happen, and we understand, totally understand, because this is an online meeting. We'll go for our next speaker. Our next speaker, oh, this person has born and brought up in Kuwait. He's a person who enjoys and particularly good at developing others. In short, he believes that developing people is better than running behind money. Now he has gone to UK to develop a person, his personal life. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Alan Paul. This is a special project, and a guest from ABC company, the HR manager will be interviewing Toastmaster Alan Paul. Our evaluator, Toastmaster Subish, will explain in detail the purpose. Toastmaster Subish, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. Good evening to all once again. Toastmaster Alan Paul, my target speaker, would be presenting his project for level 3, and he's on his pathway presentation mastery. As Toastmaster Shiraz explained, the purpose is really interesting. The purpose of this project is to practice the skills needed to present himself well in an interview. And the title is obviously the HR interview. Over to Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Subish. Our guest here is Mr. Virendra. Mr. Virendra, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening. Mr. Virendra, will it be possible to switch on your video?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So this is 5 to 7 minutes interview, the project. The time, I hope you can see the timer.
Yes.
Yeah, timer, the green signal, he will show the green signal at 5 minutes, and yellow signal at 6 minutes, and 7 minutes the red signal. So after once we see the red signal, we have to stop it. After 30 minutes grace period is there, but we have to stop it as soon as we see the red signal.
Okay.
I hope it's clear, Mr. Virendra.
It is clear.
The interviewer is from ABC company, the HR manager, Mr. Virendra, and the interviewee is DTM Alan Paul.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Hello, Alan. How are you doing today?
Hi, Mr. Virendra. I'm doing great. How about you?
Very well. Okay. Alan, quickly tell me about yourself.
All right. My name is Alan Paul. I am a senior technical consultant by profession. I was born and raised in Kuwait, and I have been in the IT industry for the past 8 years now. I was initially a software developer. I used to be programming and sitting behind the computer all day long. Slowly, I started transitioning into a consultant and dealing more with clients and technical presentations and dealing with a lot with the stakeholders. And now I'm looking further to a leadership position in the company as well. So that is why I had applied in your company, and I look forward to working with you. Yes.
Okay. Alan, tell me about your core competencies.
My core competencies?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what is not a core competencies, and that is one of my weaknesses. I believe that we all need integrity. We all need to respect one another. We all need to trust one another, and as well as be honest. Now, one of the things that I used to tell previously was that I am really flexible. Flexibility was one of my competencies, so one of the things that I really believed in. But being experienced, being flexible in my previous company, working throughout the day, I realized that I, compromised on a lot of family time, on a lot of activities that involve personal development. So you can say that one of my weaknesses, and which is not one of my core competencies, is not being flexible. I hope that makes sense.
Great. How you plan your stay in a particular organization when you join?
How do I stay in an organization?
How do you plan your stay in a company? When you join an organization, how do you plan your tenure in that organization?
All right. So whenever we are joining an organization, it is not just to work and complete our time in the organization, right? It is always about the experience and the exposure that you can get. If you see my work profile up to now, you will know that I usually stay in a company for a very long time. And the reason why I stay in a company is because I get to know that I will learn a lot. I'll get to experience a lot. And if there comes a point where I do not learn, where I'm not moving up, I make it known to the management that I would like to experience more. And companies which give me that kind of experience are the companies that I would like to work for. And seeing your company, seeing the experience and exposure that I can get with your company, I believe that I will be a great fit here.
Great. Can you be specific about the time frame? I mean, 3 years to 5 years, 5 to 7 years, when you mention long period.
Time frame, see, at the moment, I am new to this place. It is a new country for me. And for me, I don't mind working throughout in a company as long as I get the right experience that I need. So definitely, if it is 5 years, then 5 years it is.
Okay. But at a point now where you will get saturated within your core KRA or KPI, so then how do you cope up with things?
Like I said earlier, if there comes a point where I am feeling saturated, I will make it known to the management, because in a field of technology, you always have to keep learning. We can never do the same work over and over again. We always have to learn new technologies. So if there comes a point where I do feel I'm saturated, that is a huge concern for the company as well, because that means the company is also not moving forward, right? So I'm sure.
Sounds great, Alan. Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay. How do you manage your work when it comes to crisis? How you manage your work priorities as a routine?
Well, crisis or any kind of problem exists everywhere at work, right? If we don't have crisis, then we are. I don't think there is any company which doesn't have crisis. Crisis is something that we always have, and in these moments, it is always important that we remain calm. Now, let me give you an experience of my previous company. Here, the leaders of the company, here, the management, always ensures that their employees are protected wherever there's a crisis. So when we are under such a leadership where we know that we are safe under the leadership, where we know that we can trust our leaders, wherever we come across obstacles, we know that our leaders will help us. So that gives us a calm that makes us calm during crisis. And it has happened a lot of times in my line of work that we were going through a lot of situations where the client was angry, but we remained calm because we trusted our leaders. And knowing them, that kind of leadership is what I expect going forward in all the companies as well. I have gone through your companies, I have gone through your management, I have seen how they work, and I know that with a leadership such as yours, where you protect your employees, I know that I will be calm under a certain crisis that is supposed to come. I hope that answered your question.
Great, great. You spoke basic fundamentals, and it's a very good driving factor for you. What I can see in you. Great, great. What you expect from this job? What is the expectation, Alan? How you take it forward once you are, and why I should hire you? What will be your value added points to this organization?
All right. So why hire me? Because of the experience that I have. I have been working in the Middle East for 7 years. I have been working in India before that for close to 2 years. And I have dealt with clients across the EMEA region, that is the Middle East and Europe region. I have the experience for this. Your company has a lot of clients, and for me, it will be great to get in touch with those clients based on the experience that I have. From the company portfolio, I can see that there is not much experience with the Middle East countries that you have. So I believe I am a great fit for it. And I know that with me, you will have the right satisfaction that you need. Thank you.
Great. Okay. Anything you don't like in the nature of job you handle?
I think the time is up. That's why I wrapped it up.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ellen. It's nice talking to you.
And looking forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Virendra. Mr. Virendra, I would like to ask a question.
Yes.
Will you appoint DTM Alan Paul?
Well, I have some technical escalation point where I'll do my calculation, and then I can look into this.
I'm looking forward to
I found the fundamentals correct, which is a driving factor for all the candidates. Which he spoke very nicely and in a sequence. If somebody possesses this basic skill, the work can be learned, it can be taught, but the basic fundamentals needs to be intact.
Sure.
So that he already has. So he can take it forward with his experience, and as he's ready for new challenges, new learnings. That is the fantastic part of Alan. So I'm very happy to talk to people who love to accept challenges and who are ready for change.
Thank you very much. Please give a huge round of applause to first Toastmaster Mr. Virendra Singh for accepting our invitation, a short invitation, and doing this role to the best. Thank you very much.
It is my pleasure being a part of this session, and I would be looking forward for some more sessions and part of this meeting and club.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry for the interruption, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Yes.
Our guest, Toastmaster Virendra Singh, could you please stay with us till the end of this meeting?
Yes.
Sorry, my mic was off. Okay, sure, I'm with you till we finish. I'm fine with it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Virendra Singh.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And we'll give a huge round of applause to our interviewee, DTM Alan Paul. And 1 minute for your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Alan Paul. Mr. Virendra, you have to note it down that he is currently in UK. Maybe he will work from home only.
That is the working pattern as of now, and this pandemic has changed way of life for everybody, even the working style and the living pattern. And I think in coming few more years, we have to make a habit of this, and this will be the way of life for everybody.
True. I hope our members gets giving your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Alan. Each and every person's feedback is very important. So don't think that what will lead the one feedback misses. No, please try to give your feedback. Thank you. And we'll go for our next speaker. Our next speaker is a Toastmaster who has been with us for nearly 2 years and who's always enthusiastic to take a room. Whenever there is roles, speaking slots are there in our meeting, she's always ready. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Asil. To evaluate Toastmaster Asil, this Toastmaster is our evaluation champion. A member in Toastmasters since 2 years. Oh gosh, most of our Toastmasters are joined two years back, before pandemic, it seems. This Toastmaster is a student and a part-time educator, an enthusiastic learner and bookworm. I don't know what it means. Hope you all know it. And a moody baker. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Sana Yusuf. Toastmaster Sana, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. Toastmaster Asil is embarking on her first project from the 5th level of dynamic leadership, and her objectives are to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or organization, and for her to share some aspect of her experience as a leader, and maybe even the impact of the 360 evaluation. Now, I believe the time for Toastmaster Asil's speech is 8 to 10 minutes. So timer, please note. And all the best to you, Toastmaster Asil. Over to you, Timori.
Okay, before you start the timer, I want you all to unmute yourself, because during my speech, I'll be asking your opinion or a question.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sana. Toastmaster Asil, the role in my journey. My role in my journey, Toastmaster Asil. Over to you.
Don't forget to unmute. We, as human beings, have a role. You have a role, you have a role, and you have a role. All living creatures have a role. Even here in Toastmaster, we have a role. I'm doing my role right now, delivering a speech. Shiraz is doing his role, introducing the role players and coming up with a theme. Nice theme, by the way. And my evaluator is doing her role, evaluating me, and she'll be giving me areas of improvement later. Every meeting, we get different role. Who knows what's my role next time? Who's your role next time? What's your role next time? But there are a few roles. We stick to it for a whole year. I'm talking about Sergeant at Arms role, Security role, President role, VPED role, and all the role in XCOM. We all hang on to it for a whole year. When I started my journey, I was a regular member, taking up speaker roles, and just like Toastmaster Shiraz says, I'm always eager to take up a speaker role, grammarian, counter, trying to take advantage of my too much free time. Until 2019, I got the encouragement to take over Sergeant at Arms. It's in another club. I got nominated right away. I was all like, let me give it a go. It was okay. It was simple. I hang out the banner, spread out the agenda, the name tag, bringing the cups and the snacks, prepare everything. This year, in another club, also the same club, the one I was nominated to Sergeant at Arms, I was encouraged to take up security role. I'm still doing up my role until my year is up. And let me say that this role is, wow, it's so big. It's so much bigger than Sergeant at Arms. It's so stupendous. Some of you might say all of the XCOM roles are important. You have a point. But let me explain to you through my experience and from what I've learned, the role of security, why I think it's stupendous. First of all, some of the new members are wondering, what is a security role here in Toastmaster? Let me hope by explaining what's a security in general. Sorry, I got confused. Anyway, in general, they will take care of a record, letter, meeting for a specific person. A doctor can have a secretary, even a lawyer, a teacher, a principal in school. Anyone can help them organize their task, their letter, their meeting. You might see one saying, "Doctor, you have a patient waiting for you," for instance. Here in Toastmaster, we as secretary taking care of record here in Toastmaster. Participant, the members, the guests, role player. I take care of them right here in this notebook. Right now you're asking, where is the notebook of Toastmaster that keeps the record? Well, unfortunately, when I took up the role, we were in virtual meeting and I was in Egypt. So I had to write all of the notes in my own notebook. Once I noticed something, whether it's good or bad or something, just a little detail, I would inform the president. The president, as we all know, provide leadership and guidance the Toastmaster need to be successful, to make the Toastmaster place positive and supportive. That will help the members encouraged more to take up role and attending the meeting all the time. My job as secretary to inform the president of every little detail. I collected some feedbacks from some of the Toastmasters of what they think of the secretary. Toastmaster Imret, I remember you were telling me that it's a team effort, that a secretary would always prepare the meeting. They even take care of the record even before the meeting. You did tell me that, right? And I got a feedback from Toastmaster June that a secretary is a hero. They'd always take care and support the meeting here in Toastmaster and in XCOM meeting. You did tell me that a secretary is a hero, right, Toastmaster June? She told me a story of Toastmaster. I'm not sure if I know her, but her name is Ramya. She told me that this Toastmaster believes that her secretary is amazing, giving her the details and the record in an effective manner. Toastmaster Vishal told me that a significant secretary who takes care of the meeting in the Toastmaster. Does anyone here have a personal opinion about a secretary? Anyone?
I feel that secretary is next to president. If president is not there, the secretary is the most important person to take care of everything.
You have a good point here. One time the president had some work to do, so he asked me personally to take care of a meeting. You can ask Toastmaster Hanan about it. She knows about it. Secretary and treasurer. What does it have anything to do with it, you're wondering right now? What I want to talk about is taking two roles at the same time. When I was gathering some points about secretary to talk about in general, I realized when I was reading each role, there's a note that says it can be both secretary and treasurer. I was wondering, can a Toastmaster really take two roles at the same time? Does any of you here believe that? Okay, it's because I never met anyone. Well, I've met they take over Grammarian and account at the same time, but a secretary and treasurer at the same time? No, this is the first time thing for me. Maybe it could be both at the same time because they both take care of a record. In treasurer, they do take care of a record. Financial record. They make sure that the Toastmaster is financially stable. I had the opportunity to take 2 roles at the same time, secretary and VPED. I wasn't sure. I was too focused about taking care of the role as secretary. I was still learning. I wasn't sure, should I take over or not? I believe it would be too much for me. Toastmaster Arij, I remember I did ask you a personal opinion about it, and you told me it's better not to do it. It would be too much burden for me. Do you guys here believe it would have been too much for me? Do you guys believe it would have been too much for me?
As much as you can carry that burden.
Okay. From what I learned throughout my journey, that a secretary has to be 2 personalities. It's just a personal opinion. 1, they have to be a caring person. You see, during my journey, I cared so much that I want to make some improvement to my club. That I had 2 Toastmasters, Hanan and Arij, felt I'm doing it all alone and it's too much. I remember Arij told me it's too much for me. And Hanan, yeah, she told me it's too much. 1 alone is not enough. So my personal opinion that someone, a secretary here at Toastmaster, would be a caring person. They would care too much for this club. Another thing, they would be organized. Like I said earlier, they would organize the record, the meeting, and talking about the member, how many members and how many guests are there. So they have to have 2 personality, caring and organized. But of course, that's my personal opinion. Some of you might have other opinion. So to conclude, I want to give you all encouragement. If you had the opportunity to take up a role much higher, just go for it. Because before I was a bit nervous, but I got confidence through my journey, and I realized that it's not so bad. I had nothing to worry about. So when you guys are looking for a secretary, I would be honored to take up the role. Of course, if you guys allow me here in Desert Pioneer to let me become secretary here. Of course, if you allow it. So take up the role. Do not be scared. You can feel a bit nervous just for a while, but I'm sure you all can handle it. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Asil. You made our life easy. Actually, this is an important topic, what you have given. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Asil. And please give your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Asil. Because of time constraints, we are moving for the next speaker. Our next speaker, who I have introduced earlier, who is a tremendous secretary of our club, Toastmaster June. Toastmaster June, are you there? Yes, Toastmaster June. As we have already, Toastmaster Alina has explained the speech purpose. Your timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster June, your title is Where Leaders Are Made. Where Leaders Are Made, Toastmaster June. The screen is yours.
I would like you all to think of your Toastmasters journey so far. Think about the first time you attended a Toastmasters meeting as a guest, and then as a Toastmaster. Think of the time you delivered your first icebreaker speech in front of all those audience. the excitement you felt when you completed your first level in Pathways. Some of us have come a long way since then. Some of us have just begun our journey. But we all joined Toastmasters for similar reasons: to be a better public speaker, to be a better leader, and to be a better version of ourselves. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm sure that being a Toastmaster has been beneficial to most of us in our journey towards self-improvement, be it in our professional lives or our personal lives. And I believe that Toastmasters has something to offer everyone. There are so many opportunities available to us which help us to improve our skills and maybe even develop new ones we ourselves didn't know we were capable of. True, being a great public speaker is a desirable skill, but couple that with leadership skills and you're sure to reach great heights. And Toastmasters gives us the opportunity to do just that, to become great speakers and great leaders. When I first joined Toastmaster back in the day when we had something called physical meetings, I will admit I was a bit confused by the tagline, "Where leaders are made." Because to me, at the end of the day, we were having meetings with speeches and food. It was only after I started taking up different roles and responsibilities, and when I was encouraged to join the XCOM, did I personally begin to understand and see and experience the leadership aspect of Toastmasters. So what I propose, fellow pioneers, and this is especially to our new members, is to take up leadership opportunities in your Toastmasters journey. And you can do that by being part of the executive committee, the XCOM, for the upcoming year, which is soon to begin. There are various roles that you could take up in the Club XCOM. There are various roles that form the Club XCOM. We have the president, the vice president education, vice president membership, vice president public relations, the secretary, the treasurer, the sergeant at arms. Now, some of these roles require subcommittees as well. So you could even consider being a part of these subcommittees. Every role has a new learning, and which role you consider to choose would depend on your interest and your need. A few questions to ask yourself that maybe could help you to consider choosing a role would be, how would this role help me inside and outside Toastmasters? First. And second, do I want to improve and polish my existing skills, or do I want to learn and develop new skills? So for example, one could say, I'm good at public relations, and I would like to improve my skills further. Or one could say, I don't know much about public relations, but it's something that I'm interested in, and it's something that I would like to work on. Well, this very example was given to me by my mentor, and it has definitely been of great help. So if you are looking to make the most of your Toastmasters journey, this could be your next best step. Being part of the club executive committee is defiantly one of the best learning opportunities. They say that leadership is often best learned when it is practiced. And there can be no safer place than Toastmasters to practice your leadership skills. So if you are interested in being a part of the XCOM, or if you are interested in any of the particular XCOM roles, you can reach out to any of the XCOM members. You could also check, or you could also go through the Leadership Central portal on the Toastmasters website. There is a wealth of information here, and this could help you to make your choice and decision. I do hope that some of you feel encouraged to consider being part of the XCOM for the upcoming year. It would be a great opportunity to work on your leadership skills. And the best part about taking up leadership roles is that it could open up more doors for you. It could lead you to more open doors. And one open door could lead you to the next open door. Being part of the XCOM, you could also take our club, Desert Pioneers, to greater heights. So be ready to take up that challenge. Be ready to lead and represent our club, because Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And DTM Alan Paul could not have said it any better. We at Desert Pioneers are known for creating leaders. Let's create a memorable legacy. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster June. What a wonderful, inspirational speech. Where leaders are made. I believe that where leaders are made, this is Toastmasters. From here, a lot of magical things can happen. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster June. And also, please give your valuable feedback to Toastmaster June. Because of time constraints, I will skip this 1 minute break. Meanwhile, timer, I would like to know whether all the speakers are qualified. Toastmaster Vishal.
तेरा ब्लूटूथ ऑफ कर दे इसीलिए इसमें आ रहा है.
Toastmaster Vishal, are you there? Toastmaster Vishal? Meanwhile, I would like to get some more experience in believing. So for that, I would like to call any of our members. Yes, Toastmaster Vishal, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Yes, I would like to know whether all the speakers are qualified or not.
Well, all except Toastmaster Sairam, who did a stupendous job of overshooting exactly 1 minute. So only he is not qualified. 8 minutes, 30 seconds. Rest everybody is.
Okay, fine. So you all can vote for our best speaker. There are 3 speakers: Toastmaster Alan, Toastmaster Asil, Toastmaster June. Meanwhile, don't forget to give your feedback to Toastmaster June and Toastmaster Asil. Vote will end in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you for your voting. Now we'll go for the next session. That is an interesting session. Table topics. So table topics, people don't want to. Some people, they don't want to do prepared speeches. They want to do impromptu speeches. So this is the best time for you to show your, do your performance and check yourself. So our Toastmaster, the table topics master, is a great person. He has joined Toastmasters in 2016. On the professional front, he works as a sales manager for National Supplies Company. On the personal front, he's married and waiting for the best things to happen in life. He loves to read books, travel, and explore new places. He believes in 2 quotes: live life to the fullest and be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Munaf. Toastmaster Suhan, the screen is yours.
Yeah. Toastmasters and my dear friends, good evening to you all once again. Now over here, I'm going to conduct a table topic session, which most of you all know is to speak impromptu. So keeping the theme of the day in mind, I have come up with 8 topics over here. In those 8 topics, there are 4 topics which has the topics that are based on the power of magic and on the power of believing. So to begin with, I want to know who will go first. But before that, I want the timer to give out the timing rules. Timer, Vishal. Are you there? Okay, I'll just give a brief one. Okay. At the timing is for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1, he will show you the green card. 1.5, he will show yellow. And at 2, he will show red. But you will have 30 seconds grace period to wrap up the speech. Yeah. So this is just the timing rules, but I hope my timer is there in order to conduct the session. And before you all start the meeting, just pin the timer. All right. So shall we begin?
Yeah.
With your, all right. So I want the member of our DPTM itself, to just give us a great start. Who would like to volunteer first?
Arij raised the hand.
All right. Arij, would you like to go for it?
Hi. Well, I raised the hand by mistake, but then I lowered it, but no problem.
All right, Arij. So tell me, what would you like to choose over here?
The group of people.
Group of people. All right.
Party, something like that.
Yes. All right. This is your topic, Arij. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. I repeat, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. I hope you have heard this song. This is what I was playing initially at the beginning. All right, so I hope you're set. So over to you, Arij.
Thank you. I love one thing that Toastmaster June said, that those old days when we had those physical activities and meetings. I miss these days. I miss having those physical activities, physical meetings, Toastmasters, being with the friends, going out just for a walk or meet in a coffee shop. And I believe that all of us miss those days. Honestly speaking, I am now in a position that I don't know what I'm going to do in my life in the future, because I've been terminated and I'm not able to find a job. However, I don't want to stop myself. And honestly speaking, I don't want to work for anyone. I want to work for myself. So I was thinking of having a project for me, and I have set all the business plan for it, all the money needed, the revenue, the expenses, what is going to happen. And believe me, I am believing on my project. But what shall I do if the whole world is not believing in my project? Because now with this pandemic, everything is stopped. There is no physical activities, and my project needs a physical activities. However, this will never stop me because I will always keep believing that one day things will come back to normal and better even than normal. And then I will be able to make my project successful. And you all are going to be there to witness this. Because if we don't believe on the things we want to achieve, then we will never do that. We will never be there. We will never be able to reach to our goals. So ladies and gentlemen, keep believing, and believe me, you will be a great person in the future. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Arij. Don't stop believing. Just hold on to that feeling. All right, Arij? Okay, and now I have another member who just told me it is Toastmaster Amrit. So Toastmaster Amrit, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, so except that one, what would you like to choose? From the top or from the bottom? We have magic and power of belief.
I would choose the magic wand.
You want the magic wand? All right, so let's see what's there for you. Okay, so this is your topic. Pen can be a magic wand which can turn the words into the world. I repeat, pen can be a magic wand which can turn the words into the world. I hope you get this, and over to you, Amrit.
Have you ever felt magic in your life? It could be anything. One song which you hear while you're driving can take you into a whole different world, can transform the whole mindset, the whole mood which you had. Maybe you were down, depressed, desperate. A small smile can change your day. Have you ever felt words carry magic? Yes, it seems. The words are the most powerful thing when put in the right way. It can break or make someone. That is exactly why we are all putting in our effort to improve ourselves into a better communicator, spending our time in Toastmasters. Here, we get to experience, we get to sharpen our skills being a better communicator. So what we actually do here is to make our words. By pen, what it represents is words. So putting your words in the proper way and understanding to articulate the exact words when it is required is the most important skill the world needs today. And that can really make or break the world the way it is going. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Okay, you can hear me now? Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amrit. You were stupendously fantastic. I really agree to your words that you have shared with me. So now we're moving to next. I would like to call Toastmaster Freddy. Toastmaster Freddy, how are you?
Yes, fine, thank you. I'm at work now. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. So out of this group of people and the magic wand, we have others to choose. So what would you like to choose?
Can I go with this anything with the party taken before or not yet?
I'm sorry.
The one with, like, the one on the left side Sorry, on the right side, lower.
What are you saying? You mean the cards you want, or I mean the group of people that is taken?
Group of people, yeah. It's like a party something.
Wait a second. Okay, you're asking for the cards, right? I didn't get you clearly.
Yeah, below the card.
Below, no, that is taken, Freddie. I'm sorry. That's taken already. So you have a book, hat, heart, and a building, and the man who is proposing with on the sun. So would you like to take a book? Toastmaster Freddie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'll take the book.
You'll take the book? All right. Let me see, what does the book have for you? No, it's not showing anything. Okay, I'll just read out. Okay. You don't need magic sunglasses to see. All right, wait, let me see if I can share this to you. Okay, you can see this, right, Freddie? Yeah. So my topic is you don't need magic sunglasses to see things in a new way. Just remember to look for the good in every day. I repeat, you don't need magic sunglasses to see things in a new way. Just remember to look for the good in every day. I hope you got this topic. So back to you.
Got it. Do you believe in magic? Well, all of us, we believe, or sometimes we don't believe in magic. But it takes time to understand how we could intuit or how we could join what the magic is all about. When I look around, there is always what we call something that we wanted. It's a kind of desire. Like when I was a kid, I was desiring to have this magical thing, a mirror or a sunglasses that wherever I look around, I could see everything, which is the impossibility of everything that I wanted to see. When I look back, it reminds me that I can do anything, not only in magic, but basically this is on the foundation on how I could value things to be good every day. Things that was done or undone and naturally, but it makes you feel it's good for the betterment of everyone who's listening or even looking into it. It will remind you that man substantially needs to manifest the unity of mind and body centering on goodness. And whatever it takes, this is a fundamental method of making yourself to be a happier person, not only today, but in the near future, when you have a good heart and you started processing from one day to the next day and to the last days of our life. Back to you, Toastmaster. I'm forgetting.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Freddie. You were amazing. Okay, I mean, I really like the words of wisdom you have shared regarding this topic. So I would like to next call Toastmaster Huma. Would you like to go for it, Toastmaster Huma? Okay, Toastmaster Huma, are you there with us? Toastmaster Huma, I think he's okay. So let me go. Okay, guest Virendra Singh, would you like to go for the table topic?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see the screen here, right?
Yes.
So, okay, you have a hat, heart, and a building structure, and the man who's trying to pose with the sun, as well
Yes.
as the cards. So, out of this, what would you like to choose, sir?
I would like to go for this picture man. He's, I think, enjoying, and I can relate this to the core topic, believing in oneself.
All right. Okay, so let me see what that thing has for you. Okay, so this is your topic. Rome was not built in a day. I repeat, Rome was not built in a day. So I hope you're comfortable with this. So I'll go back. So I'm giving the stage back to you. Over to you. You may begin.
You're not audible, sir.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so, okay, I want you to go ahead with this topic.
No, I didn't get to, I have to speak on this.
Oh, yes, this is the topic. The Rome was not built in a day. This is your topic, so you have to speak on this.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just picked the pictures to relate with this topic of believing in oneself.
You can speak anything. I mean, this is just impromptu thing. It's not that you have to necessarily speak something. Just anything about how you feel and, like, you know, something impromptu. Like, what do you feel about the topic or anything? Yeah.
Yeah, believing in self, oneself, I can speak. For me, believing in myself is like the driving factor, which takes me to the next level of positive mindset, positive attitude, new learning, new challenges. So believing in myself is like I am on top of everything, and rest are falling in place. Hello.
Please go on.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah, okay. Today, whatever I have achieved, whatever I am today in my professional career is the main cause behind this is believing in myself. I was ready to new learnings, new change, and capitalize on this and go for new learnings. And this kept me driving for my challenges. Hello.
Yes, please say. I mean, keep saying. We are hearing you.
I don't know if there's a time limit to speak or.
Your time is like 1 to 2 minutes. So you already.
Okay, because I'm sorry, I don't know the process of this, and for me it was a very short notice, so I was not prepared enough. But it's okay, manageable.
Okay, I hope we can do this next time. But thank you so much for participating. At least.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, and you were really amazing. I mean, you almost related to the topic that what I have told you. Like, since this Rome, the city was not built in a day. It took time and ages to and efforts and strengths to build. Same way, even you also shared your experience where you also want to do something, but it took time for you. But you wanted to give up, but you didn't give up. You still had the strong belief in you that whatever happens, I will do it. So this is what I got this from you, and I'm really thankful for you to share your.
I will add something. Still, my learning is on, and I am into a couple of courses I am pursuing in my industry. Basically, I am from logistics industry, and today only I have finalized pursuing for CP. It's certified supply chain profession. So probably I'll pursue this in a couple of months, and this will be a new achievement for me, which will take me to the next level in my career.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Virendra Singh. And I really wish you all the best for this.
Thank you very much.
Now I
Thank you.
hereby finish this session of table topics. I would like to know from the timer quickly that did we all, did the speakers qualify? Timer?
Hello. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Toastmasters one. Yes, all the speakers have qualified, and none of them have disqualified.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So later on we can vote for them. So I here end my session and I give the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Suhan, for that wonderful session, which is more related to beliefs. Thank you very much. Please give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Suhan. Thank you. And we'll go for the voting for the best table topics speaker. There are 4 speakers: Toastmaster Arij, Toastmaster Amrit, Toastmaster Freddy, and our guest, Mr. Virendra. You all can vote for the best table topic speaker. Meanwhile, I would like to call any of the members, guests, to share their experience in believing in yourself, your personal stories, so that we can get good experience on that. How about Toastmaster Arij? DTM Arij, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. While we are having the vote, you can speak 1 minute.
Oh, sure. About believing, right?
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask you all one question. Have you ever heard about the book that called The Secret? Few years back, I was just disappointed from so many things happening with me. Like, let's say it was in 2017. And then suddenly, I don't know how this happened, but I don't know from where it came. In front of me, someone is speaking about The Secret. And there is a movie also. If you will search on YouTube, you will find it. So I searched for YouTube and I opened that video, and it's like around 1 hour something. And I watched that video, and believe me, I started thinking differently. The Secret, it's talking about the law of attraction. We attract what we want to have in our life. And if we will look more close to this point or to this idea, it's all talking about believing. If we were able to believe of all the things that we want to have in our life, we will eventually have it. For example, from that day when I read that, when I saw that movie, which called The Secret, about the law of attraction, I have prepared a notebook, and I call it My Own Secrets. Inside that book, I kept writing all the things that I want to achieve. And one of them is to be the world champion of public speaking. In the beginning, I have put a date for it, which was 2018. Of course, you can all tell that I did not become the world champion of public speaking. That would make me remove the date, because one day I will achieve my dream, and I'm believing of it. To believe more in it, you need to visualize it. So always keep visualizing what you want to achieve. Always believe that these things are going to happen. If you will keep saying, I am, for example, I am ugly, then you will always see yourself ugly. But if you will believe that you are an amazing person, then you are going to be an amazing person, not only in everyone's eyes, but also in your eyes. So keep believing and keep attract the things that you want to achieve in your life and the good things. Be positive all the time. And that's it from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you very much, DTM Arij Jafar, for that your experience and I'm sure that I will watch this movie. Not now, maybe after Ramadan. Thank you very much. And we'll go for our final session, that is the general evaluation session.
Apologize for the interruption, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Yes.
Since we are running out of the time, I would like to extend the meeting for 15 minutes. So we will close the meeting by 10:15. So I request the members to raise the motion.
Me, Toastmaster Amrit, a member of Desert Pioneers in good standing, raise a motion to extend the meeting to 15 more minutes.
Okay, I'm Toastmaster Suhan Abdul Manaf. I would like to second the motion.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhan. And we will extend the motion has been passed. So we will extend the meeting by 15 minutes and the meeting will be end up by 10:15 p.m. Thank you and everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you very much, our President, Toastmaster Sairam. Next, I would like to hand over the screen to our policeman, that is our general evaluator, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz. The policeman is back. So before going further, as a general evaluator, I would like to, for the benefit of guests, I would like to say about the role of this role. My role is divided into 3 parts. Initially, I will be evaluating all the speakers with the evaluators. Then I'll be taking the report from all the role players, my tag team. And in the end, I'll be giving my report about overall the meeting. So without further delay, let's call our first evaluator.
Excuse me, General Evaluator. I would like to make a note. Toastmaster Sana wants to do her evaluation prior. Is it possible to make the first evaluation?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, not an issue.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So let's call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Sana Yusuf, who will be evaluating for Toastmaster Asil. Over to you, Toastmaster Sana.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and a special greeting to my target speaker, Toastmaster Asil. You did an amazing job. You gave us an informative speech, and let me tell you, you met all your objectives with full marks. You shared your experience, and you also told us how you brought in the changes with relevant feedback from our lovely Toastmasters. So let me highlight some of the strongholds of your speech today. The first thing is that I really loved your beginning, your introduction. I loved how you took a generic aspect of roles in life and you connected it to the roles in Toastmasters. That for me helped me to associate one thing to another and tune in to your speech better. Another thing that I really loved about your speech is your confidence. Now, I know you spoke about yourself, so it's easier to give or deliver a speech about yourself. But even then, you had a smile on your face all throughout your speech. And for me, that creates a virtual aura of warmth and it makes me want to trust you and listen to you better. So I loved that you did all of this. Now, you said that you care too much and that is why you want to improve things in life or improve things in Toastmasters. It's the same with me. I care too much. And that is why, Toastmaster Asil, I want to suggest a few things that will take your speech, that will improve your speech and enhance it to the next level. The first one being is your hand gestures. Now, you had ample of hand gestures and most of them were purposeful. They were amazing and they delivered, they were purposeful. But I did notice this one once or twice where you were listing things off and you tended to slash your hand across the air. And that might come off a bit aggressive. So what I would suggest is things, just VP role, secretary, yada yada. So that would just do your thing without being aggressive. Another thing I noticed is your structure of your speech. You had great content and it was very relevant to the realm of Toastmasters. However, I felt like I was getting a little bit lost here and there because you start speaking, but you didn't give us a head start on what you're trying to speak on. So my suggestion would be to you to just tell us where you're going to go or what you're going to say before you say it. For example, when you want to explain your roles and responsibilities as a secretary, just give us a liner, just give us a one-liner that will mentally prepare us about the information that we'll be receiving. So that way we can listen to what we need to learn, what we need to listen to. Other than that, you have great energy. You are really comfortable on stage, which I really like about you. Just if you can make these tiny changes to your speech, I'm sure you'll do an amazing job next time. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sama. That was a wonderful and detailed evaluation. I'm sure Toastmaster Asil can look into it and can get benefited with that. So let's call our next evaluator, Toastmaster Amrut, who will be evaluating for Toastmaster Sairam. Over to you, Toastmaster Amrut.
Solar energy, wind energy, and there is energy from fossil fuels as well. But if they were to discover a new source of energy and name it Sai Ram Santosh, I wouldn't be tiny bit surprised. The energy level this person has when he comes onto screen is beyond the ceiling. It's not just the energy level, okay? He have mastered the power, the art of poses and the pace. The way he paces his speech and uses poses effectively in his speech is amazing. Stupendous falls short of an adjective for him. And I loved the technique which he used to describe about different leadership styles. He used the most effective technique in Toastmaster speech, share your personal experience. So he took Speechcraft program as a topic which he experienced and shared different aspects of it and explained the leadership styles. But I would have loved, Sairam, if you used a more simpler topic. Why? Because speechcraft itself is still a new term for a lot of them. So while you are explaining about speechcraft, you took almost 80% of your speech time to establish the sport, establish the plot. So you were not finding enough time to do justice to your speech objective, that is to explain and discuss different leadership styles. So all I could hear was structural leadership and participative leadership, whereas there are a lot more of leadership styles like bureaucratic, authoritative, innovative, pace setting, a lot of them. So why do we attempt this project here is not just to you to share your experience, but also for other members to know and learn about different styles of leadership, isn't it? So if you were using a simpler or a more relatable challenge, everyone can relate to, they have faced in their life, that would have made your speech stupendous. Now, to sum it up, amazing energy level and wonderful pacing of the speech and effective usage of pauses. Try to use a more relatable topic next time so that you can connect with your audience instantly. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amrit. That was a stupendous evaluation. Thank you. Next, we have Toastmaster Arena have some network issues. So I'm going with our next evaluator, Toastmaster Subish, who will be evaluating our Toastmaster Alan Paul. Toastmaster Subish, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Toastmaster Alan Paul, here is your appointment letter. I would like to take you for my company, for sure. I wish I could say this, but I'm sure that Mr. Virendra will also say that, or any other interviewer will definitely say that. Great job, Alan Paul. So before getting into the speech, I would like to appreciate for the groundwork you did before the speech. You arranged an interviewer. I believe the questions were also prepared by you. So you could have easily prepared some easy questions, but those were not easy at all. It was quite, good questions, and the way you answered it with so much confidence and poise. Great job, man. Great job. So my job here is obviously, of course, to evaluate the speech, but at the end of the day, my job is also to help you to get a job as well, to see how you can perform in an interview. So normally when we go for an interview, what we do when someone asks us, tell about yourself, we keep on telling about ourselves, right? But the way you did was, you combined your personal skills and along with the company, so that you told the interviewer what is the advantage of the company for taking you. So each of your skills were linked to a company as well, which is very good to say in an interview. Okay. The way you dressed, perfect for the interview. Okay. I felt the questions, I'll just get into the exact questions, which I really loved, and the way you answered. The one which you asked that when you get saturated, what will you do? And you were straightforward in saying that you will inform the management and tell them even they cannot grow. They'll also get saturated, which shows confidence in you and leadership skills in you, which definitely any company looks forward. Another thing is you've done a wonderful research of the company. When you said that they don't have enough exposure in Middle East, and you are coming from Middle East, it's a killer point, and that will put you in front when you compare to other candidates. So that's a great job. In terms of improvement, I feel that when he asked about the crisis management, when something comes to a company, how do you manage crisis? You could have said that you could have changed the question like crisis. A good company sees a crisis as an opportunity. You could have said like that, which could have the company would have felt that you are more positive person. Obviously you are, but you could have changed it. This is some slight changes you can make, which can click the interviewer. Okay. And the second thing is, I felt that when you are answering the questions, you moved a little bit. I mean, you can sit in the chair, you can be comfortable. Of course, you can use your hand, but you can be a little bit relaxed. You could stay in a position a little bit better. You should not stay still, but the movements were a little bit too high, I believe. You could just regulate it. So overall, great job. All the best. I know you have an interview tomorrow on Thursday. All the best, Alan. You will bag it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subish. That was a constructive feedback. And I'm sure not just Alan, we all got benefited today with the interview. And with this Toastmaster Subish tips, I feel I can improvise my interview skills as well. Thank you, Toastmaster Alan, for the interview today. Let's call our last evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Alina Paul, who will be evaluating Toastmaster June. Over to you, Toastmaster Alina.
Thank you. Can I just ask if I'm audible?
Yes, you are loud and audible.
Great. Do you remember the first time you ever stepped into a Toastmasters meeting and your very first icebreaker speech? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, Toastmaster June gave us a stupendous proposal. She really used the magic of believing and took a chance to tell us why we all should consider taking up new roles, new responsibilities, and new opportunities. Toastmaster June, your speech was motivating, and we could feel that you were speaking to us from your heart. So your objective of presenting a proposal, according to me, has been achieved. The way you deliver your speech, you have a very professional style, calm and composed, and you spice it up a little bit with subtle hand gestures. Back in the day, excitement. It's so subtle, but yet it stays in our minds. I must add that you are a very, very strong writer. You know exactly how to structure your speech. There's a very organic path that you keep. You started with our first experiences, and then you moved on to your experiences, words from your mentor, and then slowly curved your speech towards your proposal. So, being the opportunist that you are, let me give you some insights to help you take this proposal to greater heights. I liked how you started your speech by asking all of us to imagine our first Toastmasters meeting. However, I wish you had started it by telling your experience of your first Toastmasters meeting. This would act as your hook, which you could bring back in the end to say, TTM Allen said, we at Desert Pioneers are known for creating leaders. And my next point is freezing during a speech. It happens to the best of us. No matter how much we practice, at that moment, it just can happen without our knowledge. And the only way that we can truly get over this is if we keep delivering speeches, keep going out there, keep taking opportunities, which also helps us to get better. And to take it up as a challenge, as this was a project of proposing a plan, I'd like you to try and ask the audience a question. Like, what new opportunities have you taken up this year? And probably wait to get answers back. So to summarize, very motivating speech, which helped you achieve your goal, professional delivery technique, and strong structure of the speech. And to work on, you can have a better hook, try delivering more speeches, and to challenge yourself, try asking the audience a question. So all the very best, Toastmaster June, and I can see that you're going to reach much greater heights. And back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anna. That was a detailed evaluation. And now we have completed all the evaluations for the prepared speeches. Timer, can you confirm all the evaluators has been qualified?
Yes, Toastmaster Priyadarshan, all the evaluators are qualified.
Toastmaster Shiraz, would you like to go for the evaluation voting section now, or will it go to later?
We'll go voting after your session.
Okay, that's great. Okay. So we are now done with the evaluation round, and we shall now move on with our role players, my tag team. To start off, let's call our grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Jenu James. Toastmaster Jenu James, over to you.
Hello, all Toastmasters. Everybody have performed stupendously. It was hard job to find the mistakes. And I would like to thank for Toastmaster Sairam, who used the word of the day in his speech, and the Priyadarsan one who started to use the word of the day today. And I hope everyone in the evaluation section have used the word of the day. And for the suggestions for Toastmaster Sairam, in your speech, you have used what I learned. According to my suggestion, if you use what I have learned or what I learned will be more accurate for your speech. And I have no comments about Alan Paul. He is a terrible speaker, great performance, and he forgot to use the word of the day. That is the only comment to him. And for Shiraz, if you use in your comment to June, she could do anything, or could she? Instead of that, I hope if you use she could do anything, couldn't she, will be more precise for the comment. And to the Toastmaster Asil, if you little more care about your pronunciation, like a secretary, such kind of words, and if you use more adjective, will be more attractable for your speech. And to The word which Sairam used, transformation leader, is
I used the word
very
of the
great.
day, by the way, in my speech.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't hear that.
Twice.
Really, I'm sorry. I didn't hear
It's
that.
okay.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
It happens with me all the time. It happens with me all the time. I get it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for you to say using your the word of the day in your speak. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster General Rams, for the detailed report. Toastmaster Shiraz, I think Toastmaster Shyam Sundar, the accountant, is not available in the meeting.
Yes, he has not. He has some problems, so to connect, he could not connect.
Okay, it's fine. So I guess the role players has been done for the day, and I guess it's time to start my FIR report for the meeting today. As a police, I need to make the FIR. So let me start with the timing. It was a slightly delay. It was absolutely fine. Everyone happens that. But what the good part today, what I like was, one of the key role player who was supposed to start the meeting was missing, and DPTM, it has always been a stupendous way of their leadership, and yet it proved again one more time who volunteered took the role, and it was absolutely awesome. So it was really awesome that the meeting was not get delayed, and Toastmaster Subish, Zuhan, actually appreciate you on that. And the president has welcomed the guests. It was good. And unlike last time of my previous experience, it was very good to me to see the Toastmaster of the day explaining the theme of the meeting and how many divisions it has been divided. It really helps for the new members, especially someone is coming for the first time. Most of the people, as I see in the different meetings, they have no clear idea about the Toastmasters. They'll be joining through their friends and explaining the basic terms during the initial of the meeting. It will really help them to grasp what will be happening in the next, and they'll have a basic idea. So Toastmaster of the day, very good of you that. And coming to the timer, as a timer role throughout the meeting using the Perfectly software, it was absolutely good. And the purpose during the explanation of your role, I have a small recommendation for you. Just explain the role in detail, what you are going to do instead of explaining the timings, because for each segment you will be called upon before the segment, so that you'll have a later on time instead of telling all the timings during the initial your introduction. So just introduce about your role, about what are the colors you'll be using in detail. No, nothing to go in detail of the timings, because for each segment, at different timings you'll be called upon and taken your report. We have fantastic speakers today who were traveling all the way with the different topics, and really they were inspirational. And Toastmaster Alan has stolen the show today with his interview, and with definitely tough questions. I guess everyone will be requesting the recorded of this interview now. We can place in the YouTube as well, I guess. And the table talk, coming to the table topics, Toastmaster Zahan, you have done a marvelous job. The theme was planned, very well planned, and the table topics were actually good. And each topic has its own essence, has its own meaning. Everyone believes in them, but the topic what you had brought on, they are really amazing. Good job. And apart from that, the evaluations has done the excellent their part. Before that, I want to say something. We are in a phase from the room meetings from the last more than a year, and getting 4 speakers in a single meeting is not an easy thing. I know most of you, the VP head must be facing all the difficulties. And in these tough times, getting 4 speakers is absolutely brilliant. And I congratulated DPTM to still maintain that N2 till date. But since you're having 4 speeches and especially 8 to 10 speeches, next time make sure to have the time management or plan accordingly to the table topics, so that you will be bound in between the time. It's always good to have more speakers that will actually motivate the people. I don't want to demotivate on that, but it's have more speakers, it's always good, but plan accordingly, or you can shuffle the table topics, or we can play the VP head education can plan accordingly. I guess my FIR today, I didn't find much FIR report to complain, so I can dismiss the case now. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Sairam, for giving this opportunity. And Toastmaster Shiraz, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Priyadarshan, for that wonderful evaluation points. We all will take in consideration of all the points what you have taken. Thank you very much. You have taken GE role many times in our club. Again and again, we thank you because it helps us to improve ourselves. Yes, of course. And I'd like to thank all the role players, especially Toastmaster Ginu. The first time he has taken this role, excellent work, and you have done tremendous. You have found my mistakes, and I'm making a lot of mistakes. Still, you noted and pointed out great work. This is what we are expecting, helping each other. Helping each other will makes us develop and help others to develop as well. Thank you very much. And we should not forget our timer, who is always in the white screen, but without him it's very difficult to manage our work. He has excellently managed, pointed out our timings so that we'll manage our timing. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Vishal. And our table topics, of course, is an excellent speaker. Table topics, you have managed it very well. We know that we have had some problem with the timings, but you managed it very well. Thank you very much again. And again, I believe that we all can do it. It's an emotion to make people laugh. Someone should say joke or do something joke so that people laugh, right? So similarly, to make believe, you have to make efforts. One is we should have our goal, we should have our dream, and we have to strive for that dream to make it a success. For that, the belief is very important. With that said, I would like to hand over the screen to our Captain Cool, Toastmaster Sairam. The screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz. It's really a wonderful and brilliant meeting. And first of all, thank you so much for conducting this kind of meeting. Thank you, Toastmaster Shiraz, Toastmaster of the Day. And a special thanks to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Priyadarshan Reddy, for such a constructive and enthusiastic feedback. Shall we release, I would like to release the poll for the best evaluator. Here we go, yeah. And special thanks to our special guest, Virendra Singh, for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed our meeting, and we hope that Ellen, not only DTM Ellen, all of us observed and learned a special note for the interview from the interview point of view. Thank you so much, guest Virendra Singh, for joining us once again.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure being a part of this session.
Thank you. I would like to say thanks to each and every member and role player who has given their best efforts to make this meeting success. Thank you all.
And we'll go for the next voting, the best role player vote. You all can vote for the role player.
Meanwhile, I would like to hear a few words from our guests. First of all, we'll go with our guest, Virendra Singh. Guest Virendra Singh, and how did you feel the today's meeting? And we'd like to hear a few words from you. Over to you.
Well, it was good. People sharing their experience, their knowledge. One thing I would like to mention here. Maybe I think we are here maybe 10 or 12 people, and everybody are with number of years of experience. If we club together, it comes to around 60, 70 years experience. And the best part of it, everybody sharing the experience, and out of this, there are learnings, there are takeaways from each session, I hope and I believe. So that is a good part, and we share experience, let people learn and take themselves to next level.
Thank you, guest Virendra Singh, for the valuable words. So, DTM Ellen, how did you feel the interview?
It was great. Learned a lot while the questions were being asked. I realized a lot of mistakes that I had made, but luckily no one was able to see that. And this is a platform for us to do these mistakes, right? So that later on we can ponder about it and come up with great answers. Now that I did this interview, I will be thinking about how I could have answered it better. So, I'm really thankful for that. So it was a great experience.
One point was mentioned very correctly when I asked for the crisis management, and I forget the name of the gentleman, and he corrected you when you should have taken it positively like an opportunity. That is what even I was expecting from an ideal candidate. Any crisis how you turn that into opportunity. This is where the best of your skill comes in use.
Yes, that was from our evaluator, Subish, who had mentioned that. So that was a great point.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Virendra, for your...
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. You can get in touch with me after the session also if you need any help, any information. I'll be happy enough to share my experience and give you input how you can best prepare yourself for any interview, the basics.
Sure, I will. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Thank you.
Great. Thank you,
dear President.
And thank you, DTM Ellen Paul, and wish you all the best for your interview. Now it's the time to announce the results. Are we ready? You can unmute yourself actually. Now nobody is delivering their speeches. You can unmute yourself and switch on the camera.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. Best Table Topic Award goes to Toastmaster Amrit. Our next award, Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Elena. Our next award goes to Best Role Player, Toastmaster Pridarshan Reddy. Congratulations to all of you. And our next award, actually it's not an award, it's a participation certificate and a bit of, small gesture.
This is overwhelming. I'm really pleased, and thanks for your generosity.
Thank you, guest Virendra Singh. I hope we can see you soon. We can see you in our next meeting as well. Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward for the next one.
Sure. Our next award goes to Best Speaker. Goes to DTM Ellen Paul. I hope with that we can expect you will rock it on your interview on Thursday. So once again, I would like to say thanks to each and every role player of today's meeting. Thank you so much. And our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shiraz, and particularly the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Pridarshan Reddy. And we conduct the meetings on every second and fourth Tuesday. And during Ramadan, we shifted the timing from 7 to 8. So meeting will be start by 8 and by 10 o'clock. Otherwise, the regular meetings starts at 7 and end by 9 p.m. I hope we can see you all in our next meeting. Thank you so much once again. With that, we adjourn the meeting, but better have a group pic now. Could you please switch on the camera?
What is the pose? Is it Shiraz's that hiding behind curtain?
Yes.
Hide behind the curtain.
I love that posture. Huh? Super.
I don't know who designed it.
You decide, right?
That poster started from a joke. Shiraz.
Ready? Thank you so much for joining us in the tight schedule as well. And take care. And you are the hero.
Photo done?
What is the pose?
Shiraz, what is your pose? Shiraz.
Pose.
The running man behind there.
Who is laughing? Ah, Subish.
Could you take a photo?
Her laugh is so cute.
Thank you. Finished photo? Done or what?
Who is taking a photo?
Finished.
Okay. Subish. Sairam, you're taking?
Thank you all.
Mr. Virendra is clueless. See, this is
That's
nothing.
okay. I'm enjoying this. This is a wonderful wind up.
Take what?
So meeting is adjourned, right? We can
Bye-bye.
Good night all.
Bye bye, cutie.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. See you.
Sanjana.
Hello.